Hello. Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Woo! Facebook Live. The COVID stream. I can't connect with you in public, but we can do this on the social media all night long. No, for a little while. Oh man, thanks to Cosmic Charlie's for letting us do this and all the people out here supporting it. No, no one's here. Yeah, other than us comedians. So yeah, everybody tuning in, stay tuned and tell your friends about it. And also, what is it? Donate to Space Chucks, right? At all the stuff. Space Chucks. What? At all the stuff? Yeah, at all the stuff. Give us your money. And no, I'm just saying, I don't have any right now. And, hard times, man. I think you don't have to give us your money either. Everybody's having hard times. But, man, I have thought of some jokes, though, about this, because obviously I got to talk about it. Anybody else been just playing Freebird on repeat? It's the end of the world, why not? Like, that's my playlist, is just that. Because, I want to just listen to it. And actually, it's a good song, Nobody ever plays it because everybody says it's played out, but is it? Also, yeah, I've ran these jokes by 2 people because of this COVID thing. So, I like to laugh at my own jokes. I guess this works out for me. I'm my own worst best fan. Depends on the day. Yeah, but my name's Trina Bean. In case you're just tuning in. Yeah, my last name is Bean, and that's no joke. I've had it all my life. And my first name was Katrina, but I switched it to Trina not long ago because this guy was like, Katrina, that's a beautiful name. And I started tearing up because I was like, no one said that to me since I don't know, 2005. And then I realized that all these people had been wincing at me. I had my boss one time have me change my name tag to Brenda. Uh, and I didn't think I was internalizing that shit. How could I have not? And I was like, I'm gonna go by Trina. God damn, I felt weightless. All of a sudden, woo. So yeah, you can be anything you want to be. That's what we've learned from the Tiger King also. Haven't we? Folks, I watched that the other day, some of it. I was getting day drunk because that's what you do during COVID. And we watched it. It was fun. We hung out in my friend's driveway, and no one even said anything. It was nice to do that. So I'm glad that everybody's on my level now because I've been in survival mode. Welcome. It sucks. We'll get out of here. That's my advice. But dude, I look like someone you should take advice from. But maybe mushrooms from, yeah, for sure. No. So my last name is Bean. And yes, I do call my vagina my bean. I like to flicker. I like to flicker a lot. And I live with my mom. I do believe that is a gateway to public masturbation. I mean, you tell me. Before I came out here tonight, I was trying to, flick my bean, as I do. And the garage door opened. I was like, fuck. So I couldn't get mine on, get my rocks off. Can't even get my own rocks off in my own mom's house still. So I left there and I ran off the road on the interstate. Oh man, I should probably stand up for this one. But I ran off the road and I was like, and I realized, God damn, that's a poor woman's vibrator, right there on the side of the road, right for the taking. I don't know if it was because I was super sensitive or what, but I did have to run off again on purpose, because I'm the kind of person that has to get where they're going. I got to get it. And then now I think I might apply for my CDL license. I understand what truck drivers are about. Because, man, I could make that my life. Sure. I mean, I think I'd probably be pulled over a lot. But I think I could get out of it. Maybe. I don't know. I've learned some skills over the years. And I'm just saying, sexually. No. But man, I don't want to fuck a pig. No. Dang. Should I say that? I guess I did. I mean, deliverance. Come on. Nobody wants to. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, so I like to masturbate a lot. I think I might save up to get my windows tinted. Because I don't want to move out. I don't want to leave poor mama. She makes it so comfy at the house, I discovered this comedy fetish at my dad's funeral. That's a weird place to find a fetish, right? At his eulogy, I found out that that's what he left me. My inheritance was his sense of humor. And also his silent but deadly gas. I once, Mr. Bean's farts, that's what I got. Miss, whatever. But, I once quit a job by crop dusting the room. I didn't necessarily quit it. They fired me. They came and asked me for my security badge. I was like, dang, I didn't know it was that bad. It's your food. What does it say about you? I'm just trying to get y'all to get a new menu going. Can't take it, but I have to because it's 50% off, and that's all I can afford, or could afford. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I wore this dress tonight because it always reminds me that I'm the kind of lady who shits herself. Well, if I'm on enough drugs. One time, I wore this dress at Bonnaroo. I was like 20 years old. And, I was going hard because I didn't meet this lady yet who had said, you can always go forward, but you can't go back. And that's on anything. So basically I'd never met her before, so I went hard. I was seeing a band called Widespread Panic, and I ate a quarter of mushrooms, and I don't know, like a 10 strip of acid, right? Because I was like, why not? I'm going to go hard, or go home, or cry for my mom, and turns out I started walking away from the band because I thought that they were off tune. I was like, man, what the fuck? And then my friend's face started melting. And I was like, oh, no. And his face started melting. But I knew his face. But I was like, I kept telling him to quit following me. I was like, quit following me. He's like, we came here together. I was like, well, we're not leaving here together. Not with your face melting like that. It's just not going to happen. So I just lost him. And in the moment I lost him, I was like, oh, fuck, I need to see that melted face. Because all these other faces are melting too. And I don't know any of them. So all of a sudden I was lost. And woo, high as a kite. Probably higher, So I start to look for my people, and then I'm like, fuck it, they don't even, their faces are melting, so are mine. I gave up on it, and I was like trying to meet new people. That wasn't working out. I had a map in my back pocket that it had my campsite and where it was, but it was ripped out, and it was in my back pocket. And I was like, I picked it out of my pocket, and I was like, what the fuck? Who did this to me? And it was me. I did that to me, I guess. But anyway, I decided I wasn't going to get home, and I was going to be Goldilocks, I was going to try to find me a tent to sleep in. And, I found a good one. I don't want to, so I started looking for a tent to sleep in. And then I realized that I'm also, the drugs are kicking in, and mushrooms, when you eat mushrooms, they kick in the moment you shit. I don't know if you've ever peeked on mushrooms, but I bet you were on the toilet. I'm just saying, or you were like scuffling to one, like I was. But I was trying to find, a nice porta potty because I was 20 and I didn't understand those don't exist. Not at Bonnaroo, god dang. So I start, and these are flip phones. I start opening the porta potties and taking pictures, and I get all caught up in that and forget that I got shit coming. Mushrooms. So I ended up shitting my dress. Is what happened. And I was wearing these underwear that I'd bought at that festival. They were hippie skivvies, is what they said, because I was 20 and why not? Why not get these thongs that, man, they were fucking uncomfortable. I'm glad I shit those, Because anyway, I ditched those in the porta potty, never to be seen from. I'll never see those again. That's what I thought. And then I started looking for a tent to sleep in, get back to it. Forget about that shit that you did, that you just kicked to the side because you were wearing a dress and you were a lady. So, yeah, I finally found the right tent based on this kid's mom. This is how I see it. His name was sewn into his pillow and into his sleeping bag. And I was like, this guy can't be that bad. And come to think of it, I bet Norman Bates, I bet his sleeping bag and his pillow had his. So I lucked out, because my skills were real naive on Goldilocks tent finding. He wasn't there, And then the last guy had passed the last tent. This dude was passed out with his dick out, just like sunburnt. Been there all day, I was like, can't pass out there, jeez. I've already got sunburnt, It is STD, right? No. I want to, no. Anyhow, so yeah, I found that tent. And that guy, well, whatever his name was, Steven, that his mom, Norman, let's call him Norman. He got into the tent, and I proceeded to think I was imaginary and could just get up under the sleeping bag because he was like, is someone in my tent? And I just got up under the sleeping bag and didn't say anything for about 30 minutes. And that kid freaked. I mean, he kept asking me, and I didn't say a word. And then finally, he was like, please, please. And he was crying. And then I was like, yeah, man, can I sleep here tonight? And he was like, sure. But, realized that immediately what an asshole I was. Because I wasn't, a figment of his imagination. I had been there for 30 minutes, not saying a goddamn word. Yeah. So he said, yeah, I guess you can sleep here tonight because I'm scared of you, obviously. And then when I woke up in the morning, I saw the sun come up, and his buddies unzipped it, and they were like, man, you brought a girl back? Gosh, you were hammered. I can't even believe, And I just was, I was like, thumbs up, yeah, sure. And I started to look for my tent that I'd been looking for all night. And I ended up being 200 yards away from it the whole time. And I tried to sneak back into our campsite. And then my buddy was like, I don't think so. We've been looking for you all night. We had security looking for you all night. He said, there was a girl found dead in the woods. I found your hippie skivvies in this porta potty over here. Yeah, I was like, what? Huh? What? Huh? I didn't even think. I definitely didn't think I was at my home porta potty when I was doing that. It got right back to me. I mean, so then I had to tell him what I did, and that really, they forgot that they ruined their trip the night before looking for me because I shit my pants or my dress because I'm a lady. So, yeah, that's a long one, but man, it happened. It felt like that for me too. Now, it feels weird not having an audience out here, right? I know, but I'm just saying. Give me some love, y'all. Oh, Nick. Oh, guys. Oh. Hey, well, I'm glad you're watching it. Because, hey, guys. Watch out. Don't get me too. No. So is this when we start the porn edition? No. Cause man, hey, what? I don't know. I mean, my dad passed away, so it's half okay. No, my mom will see this and and turn it off. No, my mom loves my comedy. I mean, come on. Last time we were here, my brother heckled me, and my mom kicked him out. She's like, "I'm sorry about that one." Honor roll student, best kid of the year always, and I'm the black sheep, but he got kicked out. And it felt good, I'll tell you that. By my mom. Bouncers didn't do it. It was pretty cool. Y'all should have been there, but now everybody's at home chilling. I've been really getting my chill on a lot. So self-love, masturbation. Why do I keep going back there? Because is everybody there? I think everybody. Yeah, just like, man, I guess I will with you again. What else do we have to do? Like, no. I guess we'll go right around town for a minute. Let's hit the interstate. Make it funky. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, pretty much. So, have you gathered that I do like to eat hallucinogens? Oh yeah, I just told you a story. Yeah. Does it show? I've always wondered, if you can tell that I eat psychedelics. Does it show? I hope so. Because it's made me a softer, sweeter person. I think I might have cured Asperger's right here with psychedelics. So I'm just saying, it's pretty cool. Guys, I don't know what else I was going to say. I'm going to have a drink here. Still a trick. Is it all? Man, I just hit myself. Oh, I can't hit myself with this mic because it's just mine. Man, I always hit my teeth or my face with it, and I'm like, oh God, that's how COVID got started, probably. Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't me. Or was it? No. But I would never tell on the person that did it if they were, if I knew, because they didn't know. Also, alone time. Man, I've been masturbating a lot, so there's that. But really got to get those tinted windows with that check, that stipend check, whatever it is. Please save me with $1,200. I don't know, man. What am I gonna buy, a house? I'm a comedian. That's what I think. I mean, that's why. Yeah, I don't really work with money well. I wish I did, but I'm not an accountant. I'm here to tell jokes, not numbers. If I were into numbers, I'd do more DMT. No, nah. No, but I do understand. Geometry a little better since that. But yeah, when I was a little kid, I also shit myself. We're going to just keep talking about shit stories because, I mean, aren't we all just like shitting ourselves at the house? Just like, what the fuck? I mean, literally, physically, mentally, I don't know, emotionally, whatever. Or you don't have to be, but I'm just saying that's where I'm at. I keep thinking about these stories where I shit myself. No, but it started, I guess, when I was younger, when I was at church camp. I went to church camp and I wasn't allowed to leave the bunk. You're not allowed to leave the bunk without a counselor at night. And I woke up again with, a turtle head. Sitting on a fence post. I think I learned that song at camp, actually. No. Yeah, so I I wrestled my pants on, and I was like, shit, I'm going to shit myself. And I was looking for the counselor. I couldn't find her. Turns out she was in the woods with the other counselors, like they do, just having a good old time. I don't know if you've seen that summer camp movie on Netflix, but they were shooting up and all kinds of shit out. Now I'm good. But they were, who knows what they were doing, but they were not helping me shit myself. So I ran to the bathroom, and I forgot about gravity because I was only like 10 years old. And I had already, defecated. And I made it to the stall though, and I pulled my pants down, forgot about gravity, and it fell to the floor. And then, worst thing ever happened. I stepped in my poop, in my brand new Chuck Taylors that I'd convinced my mom to buy me for before school started. They were supposed to be my school shoes. And I was like, yeah, but they could also be my campus shoes. So those were supposed to last me. And I just stepped in poop, my own shit. And so I just left my shit there, dropped the panties in the garbage, cleaned up, denial. I went back to the cabin and fell asleep. I was awoke by our counselors. They're like, you all get out of here. 5 a.m, so I wasn't even up. And they start questioning us as a group. That's the way to get some out of a pre-adolescent that they shit themselves. As a group. I don't think that they've ever seen any cop show ever. But you always separate people. Like you don't. And and they took the guys, they were like, you all didn't do it. It was in the girls' room. You all aren't nasty. Y'all can go play. And then they just set us over there. Of course, me being the person who did it, I was really loud about denying it. I was like, this is gross, this is disgusting. They made us clean the bathroom. But, I wouldn't even get near it because I was like, oh, God, I can't believe it. I think maybe she probably did it. I was really just playing it up. And I had those shoes back at my cabin. And I realized, I was like, oh, shit, I've got evidence that can put me at the scene of the shit, And that's how my mind worked. So, again, in the middle of the night, now that I knew that the counselor thing, leaving the cabin without a counselor was bullshit, that rule was meant to be broken, is what I learned. So I snuck out again the next night, and I went and buried those shoes in the woods. So I was like, ain't no way that shit's coming back on me. Because I'd already been, I was sent to church camp with the kid, like the grade above me. So I was already not fitting in. Because they were like, who the fuck are you? I was like, I don't know. My mom wanted me out of the house, so I had to lie about my age so I could be here for a week. I was a handful. Could you imagine? Yeah. So, yeah, I went back home without those shoes, though, and I was in trouble, But I didn't even tell her. I didn't even bring up that story until I ate ecstasy with one of the girls from that camp in high school. And I was like, do you remember that time? This has been on my chest for a long time. And she was like, yeah, I do remember that. Like, barely, because it didn't happen to her. It wasn't her. Barely. But I was like, that was me. Man, I was like, confessions, but yeah, she was like, oh man, that was crazy, that was cool. We bonded over it, we're not still friends. Immediately she quit being my friend, obviously. No. No, I don't know where she's at, but she knows that story, and now you all do too. And I learned later that shit, I took care of my dad when he was sick, and he was so ashamed because, he was, I don't know if y'all have heard of diabetes, but, man, it's getting people. I don't know about this corona, but diabetes, just look it up. Anyways, yeah, so he was into the sugar. And I was taking care of him, and he would, have accidents. And I got to share my story of my accident. I was like, I shit myself, I don't know how many times, and I wasn't even sick. I was just, I was having a good time. But it just warmed his heart. Like it made him feel better that I was like, shitting yourself, come on. You're wearing, I don't know. That's just, and Cathy and I the other day, we were talking about how elderly homes, that there's like what is it? They live 6 to 9 months after they're there. So I was wondering why people aren't picketing those, like the abortion clinics. Anybody? No, I know why. It's cool. Anyway, I really think that we should legalize weed in this state. I don't know. That's part of my speech. That's a tribute to Gatewood. Anybody remember him? Remember? Yeah, I remember him. He was he's cool. He's cool. Trying to get the weed out there. And, man, I wish he could have done that. But we still could. I'm just saying, when all this shit hit the fan, I try to get mental help, because I was like, this is crazy. Because everybody's on my level now. And they just want to give me pills. And then I smoked some weed, and I was like, oh, yeah, I just ran out of weed. I knew the antidote. Yeah, so I just, that's where I'm at. Keep smoking weed, guys. If you got it out there, woo, light it up. Take a puff. Pass it to me now. Hey, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, guess who likes weed? My bean, my vagina. I found it out the other day. It was a nice little secret she was keeping. My friend brought a THC suppository for my vagina for menstrual cramps. Back from, the big city. Back, where it is 2020, and they do make changes, and they do evolve. Those places. Yeah, she brought that back for me, and I could not wait to start my period. Because I was like, man. And I mean, like, other than the time I thought I was pregnant, I was never, I was like, man, come on, the cramps. Get them, and I got that suppository, and I was like, this is it. This is the night. We're going to, you and me, baby girl. And I suppositoried it right in there. And oh, my gosh. Woo. Like she'd been doing it all her life. I was like, put the drinking down, quit drunk dialing, and keep suppositoriting. No, that's a word. So she started blowing smoke rings. I was like, how'd you know how to French inhale? I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I taught you that. I mean, how could I not think that mine would not smoke? Come on. So, I mean, we had a good night, though. I started braiding her hair. We had a pillow fight, and then it got really kind of intense. And she was like, I got some advice for you. And it got real serious. I was like, what, baby girl? Yeah. Tell me what you think, And she was like, hey, I think you should quit carrying anything but junior tampons. Because, like, then when they fall out of your purse, everybody's going to be like, you've got a tiny pussy. And she said it just like that. Like, weird. So I was like, man, she is full of it, all kinds of wisdom. And, I think I might quit calling her my bean and start calling her Snoop Dogg. Because, She knows how to get down. I mean, like, I think she, like, the other day I was missing some weed, and I was like, please don't tell me I got to frisk her. I'm going to have to frisk my own being in my own house. Or in my own car, maybe. And it turns out she took it. You know, I was like, really? But, I mean, I created this monster, you know. I got her hooked on it at 33. I had to do that to her. I mean, she had made it far, like Jesus almost. When we were high, me and her, we had that thought too. I was like, what if I was the Messiah? You know, like, but I was the Messina, and I'm a woman, and no one would know because no one would believe me, right? What if I was? Because I was like, my birthday's June 25th. That's 6 months from Jesus' birthday. So I'm just saying, in a bizarro world, does he get presents for my birthday? I wonder. You know? On June 25th, if he opens some and he's like, thank you. Sorry about hanging here or whatever. You know, but I don't think that's going to happen. Well, you know, based on the history, it's 33 to 36. So we got that. I could still be the Messina. But then after I had that thought, I couldn't even open a Ziploc thing of chicken salad. And I was like, I don't know, you're just high. No, you're just high again. You ain't no Messina. Come on, girl. You don't need that. That's too much weight to carry. I mean, you saw what they did. No, if he would have made it to 34, man, whew. No. But, you know, I'm 33 3/4, so I guess I show my age by acting so immature, probably. But you know, if I were not kidding, or wait, I forgot how that joke goes. Yeah. Oh yeah, if I were adulting, I wouldn't live with my mom. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's a real, you know, self-deprecation. Psh, psh. West Prince? No, Fresh Prince. I don't know. You know, hey, everybody, moment of silence. Seriously. No, I don't know what to do for John Prima. I hope he's okay. I just thought about him, and I was like, man, fuck. So I hope he's okay out there. Love you, man, and stay strong. And I love your music. And if you hear this, find something else more. No, I mean, like, man. Or, you know, like, if this is it's entertaining you, I'm sorry. No, but also, if it is, call me, you know. We make a song together. As soon as you get out of the hospital, man. I don't know how to sing, or I could maybe write one, though. I don't know. I would be really scatterbrained, probably. But, you know, that legal smile, you know. Yeah, I can do something like that. All right. That's just a little shout-out to you. Yeah, man. Because I almost sick Tom Hanks, too. Forrest. Forrest. If we're taking Forrest, oh, my gosh. Man. I love that movie. But, you know, when they were trying to make abortion illegal in Alabama, I was like, if I could think of one person who should have been fake aborted in a fake life, probably him. No, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, Sally Field was aged 40 years in a movie. And that could have been prevented. Had he been aborted in the fake movie of We Abort Forrest Gump. We're going to Alabama. No, we're going to Greenbow, Alabama. We're buying up all the Plan B. We're going to Greenbow, Alabama. They really try to make that illegal. Last time I bought Plan B, the guy in the pharmacy, he had a mental disability, and he showed me where it was, and then he was like, "You should probably get birth control." And I was like, "Duh, this is what I'm doing." I mean, it's, like, this is the bad version, or not the bad, but like, this is plan B. Plan A is tomorrow when I can get into the doctor. Okay. But right now, but he had to tell me, and I was like, you're right, man. Yeah, so I take advice from Rite Aid every day. I used to take advice from this girl I worked with at Apollo Pizza. She was a little 16-year-old. I was trying to quit smoking, and she was like, you should probably try with these fruit vapes. Those are delicious. God. And I was addicted right away. And I was like, why am I taking it? She's been smoking for 2 months. And just fruit vapes. She's never even tasted a real cigarette. But I'm over here like, so I should do that. I will. And I did, and they were delicious. I got a full serving of fruit with every vape. It was, man, those kids know what they're talking about. They are more advanced. Because they turn nicotine into deliciousness. If I would have started on that, I probably would have got all my food groups in. I wouldn't have deficiencies now. No, I don't have those yet. No, I probably do. I just this is the deficiency right here. I mean, it is my fetish. I didn't tell people about it for a while. It was into comedy that I was doing it. And then I told everybody, and then I was like, man, I should not have told them yet. Yeah, I'm still, thinking that over. Yeah. So, are we going to bring somebody else up here? Because, man, I'm the kind of person that makes a short story long, you know what I mean? I dated a guy who should have been just a one-night stand for 6 years. So, he's, that's what I do. Well, I try not to anymore. But, man, like flies to honey or bees or whatever. Whew. Like, I was really hitting it off with this guy one time. And then next day I found out he was in an eastern state in a straitjacket. I was like, man, I knew it. No, I mean, like, and this is the truth. He was off his meds, and I was like, he's so sensitive. Man, he knew me. Woo. So, yeah. I think I'm going to get off here maybe soon. Is somebody else going to come up here? Oh, yeah, I am supposed to be hosting this, by the way. Everybody's looking around like, See, I did all boogie swerve on you. You didn't even know. Woo! No, I mean, come on, yeah. You knew what you were getting into. You all know me. There's no one new here. If you've just tuned in, I do not do clean comedy. I refuse to become a rapist. Right? No, I'm kidding. Bill Cosby. Just saying, maybe he should have just cussed a lot more. And I don't know. No. It's not funny because no one's here to laugh, but it is funny, kind of. Oh, yes. Please. We're here doing comedy. That's what we call it. And tonight, stories, sweating under these lights, doing a little extra for you. So donate. Space Chucks. Yeah, Space Chucks did all the stuff. Space Chucks. Yeah, I love Chuck Taylors. I told you a story about Chuck Taylors earlier. So, Space Chucks. Boom. All the stuff. You got it. You got it in you. Yeah. Let's see that money. Come on, make it rain. You can even just make it drizzle. Yeah. So, who's going to come up next? Who's the, no, woo. Hostess. What? No. Yeah. Where am I? No. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're having fun, I thought. All right, Cathy.
You don't want a man in between two women?
Never. No, I'm kidding. Come back when you know what you're doing, man. No, when you know better than us. No, okay. So anyway, what do you want to come up here in between us, James? All right. Yeah, she's already making her way to the stage. She's got. Oh, we're going to distance. That's all you said last night? No. All right. All right, get her up here. You got it? Oh, yeah, I can't help you. Man, I can't even help you yet. I know it is. You should smell it. It smells awful.
I'm ready. I got my microphone. Hello, hello. See, there's my microphone. Ah. Can I bring my stand with me? I'm breathing hard. Huh? What's the matter? So we're sharing chairs. Is that all right, Katie? If we I know you did, but I got my Tyvek suit on. I am breathing hard. I have to sit down and rest after climbing up those steps. I have to get out my because this is the COVID edition of Cosmic Charlie's comedy show. This is my DNR. If I die up here, people do not resuscitate me. Do you understand? If I go down, just laugh. If I go down on this fucking carpet, I'm dead anyhow. This bitch is dirty. I swear some shit has happened up here. I watched it. The only time I've only been in this establishment a couple of times. I believe I watched the abortion monologues. Yeah. I didn't know what I came for, but I didn't come for that. That's for damn sure. I did attend it. So that's my DNR. And if anybody can see, laugh once in a while, please. I can't hear you, but it would be nice, even though I'm not funny. That's right. So now you all know. Don't resuscitate me. I'm afraid to set my bag down. Jesus, I'm going to have to wash my bag when I get home, aren't I? All right, so how'd Trina do this? She sat up here like this. She was so eloquent. I guess I can take my mask off when I'm up here, right? Oh, it's so hard to breathe through those son of a bitches. I mow with one of these on all the time because I have allergies. Yes, indeed. Like you really fucking care what I have. Unless I have $1 million, then most of you would care. I have a teaspoon in here. I think, I thought I put it in here because you might care about that. Oh, yeah, this is a teaspoon. Oh, where the fuck is it? You never can find anything in the smallest bag. Look at this. This is a teaspoon. This is how much a man comes on average. Huh? According to 10,000 studies on the internet. Now, Trump hasn't said anything about all 10,000 being fake. but he hasn't said they're true. But a lot of them are university studies. Yes, there are only 2 studies. I've been checking on the internet for about 10, 15 years on what a woman comes on average. Actually, I was looking for, since we're talking about flicking beans and she ejaculating and orgasms, I thought I'd just keep going in that vein. But I kept looking to see what she jack juice was made out of, right? And for years I found nothing, like nothing, right? And finally, after like 10 years of typing in, you know, what is a woman's orgasm fluid made out of, or, you know, I phrased it so many different ways, but it would just like come up with nothing, you know, nothing. So finally, about 5 years ago, it told me it was made out of fructose, glucose, PSA, which is a prostatic specific antigen. That's my PSA for you tonight. And piss. Yes, there is a little bit of piss. And I remember when I used to have orgasms with men, and I'm really one of the lucky ones. I had a friend who told me how to get orgasms, and then I learned how to have them with men. So I used to think, God, am I pissing? And then I'd be like, I don't fucking care, right? Because they felt so good. So it didn't matter if I was pissing or not. But I kept wondering why it wasn't viscous, slimy, tasteless, salty shit, like the shit that comes out of men's dicks. So I kept researching it, and that's what I found. That's why they call it pussy wine, just in case you wanted to know. Not that any of you wanted to know, I'm sure, but I'm sure you wanted to know that men come on average a teaspoon. So men, quit being so stupid. You just tell your bitches to swallow their medicine, right? Say, baby, it's only a teaspoon, right? I ate pineapple today, don't worry. So, and I don't know anything about pineapples. I just understand that through comedy, I've learned that eating pineapples supposedly makes a man's cum taste better, right? I personally just don't like cum. I'm sorry. It's not something that is part of my diet, you know. I'm sure if it was, I might be skinnier. I don't know. Because I'm sure after it hits me in the back of my throat and I gag and I puke, I'd be losing weight. Like the skinny popcorn shit I've been eating, my husband bought me that crap. Right? 3 bags later, I realized they put something in it that gives you the fucking shits. Right? It's like acid, but you don't get high. Oh, fucking crap. Skinny popcorn sucks. So, I just learned a new word the other day. Upper decker. I mean, I knew the word. It's a phrase. I'm sorry, 2 words. It's a phrase. So I always thought an upper decker was the upper deck of a double-decker bus. But the other day, someone was talking about chewing tobacco and spit dribbling down on somebody's chest. And they said that the dude had an upper decker, and he had a chaw up in there. And some woman said, no, that's not an upper decker. An upper decker is when someone shits in a toilet's tank. And I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, what has this world gone to? Not only can we be quarantined, put into poverty, become subjects of our fucking government and debt to it, but there are people out there who shit in the tanks of toilets? Huh? I mean, that shouldn't even be in the Urban Dictionary. That shouldn't exist. I mean, what is wrong with people? Now, I've been around, like, not maybe as much as some of you all. Certainly not as much as Trina. I mean, I did some acid too. And I may have shit myself, but usually it's because I eat fucking skinny popcorn or something I shouldn't have eaten, like some chocolate laced with acid, and I didn't know it was laced with acid. That gave me the shits, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Huh? Jesus. And back when I was doing acid, I don't remember. I wouldn't have done it if I was shitting myself, because I had to have the fucking lights off by a certain time in my house, right? You didn't get up and go to the bathroom after the lights were off. You know, we had rules. I don't know if people have rules anymore, but we had rules. I mean, if I was tripping, I had to pretend like I wasn't fucking tripping. And I sure as hell couldn't go to the bathroom to shit half the night like I did after I ate that fucking chocolate that I thought was laced with marijuana, but was laced with psilocybin that made me shit all fucking night. You know, thank God my husband's fucking deaf. He'd have gotten pissed off at me for waking him up, too. I do have sinus problems from allergies. I mow grass as a side gig, my spring, summer, and fall job. I'm really good at it. I get paid $15 an hour. I liberated myself. I got no bra on under this Tyvek suit. Trina Bean dared me into popping just for TV, but I didn't do that. That was my. So I learned another word doing comedy, queef. Now I like words. I mean, you know, and I like even the etymology of words. For all you ignorant assholes out there, is, you know, where words come from, their origins. But queef, you couldn't have paid me $1 million to figure out where queef came from, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is a queef? I don't know what the fuck a queef is. I couldn't figure it out. You know, you give me pussy fart, I figure it out pretty quickly, right? It's just, it's like a no-brainer, right? A vagina fart. You know, a vagina gastronomical expulsion of air. I got it. I can figure that out. I can tell you what it is. But a queef, right? So I was like really nonplussed, and a bunch of comedians were just hooting and hollering and laughing about that, slapping their sides like Cathy's so fucking stupid. She doesn't know what a queef is. So I finally figured out the etymology of queef. It's a queen farting, yeah? But quarf, have y'all heard of quarf? Like there's some little fucking gnomes or something, creatures, some fairy type creatures, I don't know. But it's also like in the Urban Dictionary, a fart that's so loud, like it's like, the Urban Dictionary says it's like 100 decibels. It's like, right? I mean, louder than that. I mean, I'm sure 100 decibels is pretty loud. And then it might even make your undies dirty. Huh? Quarf. Hang on, what the fuck kind of tongue are y'all speaking these days? I think y'all got us into this quarantine, queefing and quarfing, huh? No wonder the government shut down everybody's business. So I'm a 64-year-old woman. Yeah, might be the oldest one in here. I can smell that most people don't care if they die of lung cancer. I see cigarette butts on the floor, but they give a rat's ass about some fucking disease that cats pass and bats pass on to people. Huh? Yeah, Jesus Christ. I just don't understand it. I quit smoking. I'm really proud of it. I decided to use imagery. Yeah. Every cigarette was a donkey's dick. Now, I don't know if y'all are familiar with equines. horses, donkeys, burros, whatever. But horses have most horses have some sizable penises. I am familiar. I have been known to wash about 10 horses' sheaths in one day. You know, that's where you stick some shit up in their sheath, right? And you look for their penis, and then you put some stuff on there called Excalibur, and it melts their smegma away. So I know about horses' dicks. I mean, I've groomed some horses and watched them go boom, boom, boom with their dicks, and you got to smack the living shit out of them to quit jerking off while you're grooming them, right? They love to jerk off when they eat. I mean, I'm thank God men aren't that bad, right? Thank God. I mean, men are bad. Men are really bad about jerking off. You know, I used to walk into like the tack room at work and there'd be some dude sitting there going, "Yo, baby, look at this." And I go, "What the fuck, motherfucker?" You know, hey, get on your horse and let's get going. Not this horse. But donkeys have extraordinarily large penises compared to their body size. Yes, just in case that live audience out there is wondering. In case you're really wondering, so I'm not going to go there. But so I sorry about that microphone. I decided that I would visualize every cigarette being a donkey's dick. And because I actually have already told you I don't like sucking penises or swallowing cum, I never did mind being a dick licker. Just saying, different kind of foreplay. I don't mind sucking a little bit, but it's not like to the finish. It's just that fucking porn film did me in for that shit. And men lying like I'm gonna cum a ton in your mouth, and you're going, "God, a ton of that viscous shit." You know, I know what a ton is, right? But what was I talking about? Donkey sticks, right? Right? So I decided every cigarette was a donkey stick, and I used to, after my head injury, I smoked up to like 3 packs a day, because I didn't have anything else to do because I couldn't remember to do anything. So God, that fucking cigarette smells foul. Who in here is smoking? God damn. So I decided that every cigarette was a donkey stick, and every toke I took was a suck, right? And if I smoked to the filter, I was swallowing. Yeah. So I've told a few friends of mine that. They still smoke. So I know a few women who like to suck donkey sticks, if you're interested. Just saying. Jesus. So Trina was talking about the rumble strips. Yeah, I was driving down them yesterday in my truck and trailer. Now, I don't have a CDL license. I wouldn't mind one, but I don't have one. I did try to get, God damn, this Tyvek suit's kind of crimping my style up here. This mask is crimping my style too, but regardless. So I'm driving down the interstate yesterday, and I'm on the rumble strip, and I immediately think of Trina Bean, huh? Now I don't think about flicking my own bean, right? The bitch ain't called Bean though, but I just call her my clit. I've never. My vagina is my vagina, my clit's my clit, you know? Tickle your clit, right? And Trina can flick her bean. But I was driving down, I was saying good morning to the world on Facebook because I'm trying to get more social media conscious. You know, I don't do selfies real well. I don't post what I eat. I don't post when I'm shitting. Although I'm on... The fucking internet is terrible. These goddamn phones are ruining my life. Like, I can't piss anymore. without my phone, right? I mean, I run to go to the bathroom, and I know I got to pee, right? And if I don't get there when I got to pee, it's dripping down my leg. And if I don't have my phone in my pocket, I got to go get it and risk over flooding my pee pad just to get my fucking phone. So when I hit the toilet, I'm just like exploding, right? But then I got to have my fucking phone. And I'm sitting there on the toilet, and I got to be on my fucking phone. I got to check my phone. I don't know what the fuck I'm checking it for, right? All I got to do is pee. What do I need to go on my phone for? But it's terrible. And when you shit, I end up reading a book or posting one. But usually not that I'm shitting, right? There's some people who post that, right? It's terrible. So what else have I got in here in my bag of tricks? I need a drink here. I'm going to have a sip. Trina, you did a hell of a job, Trina. Yeah. I love your bit on your dress and shitting yourself and Freebird. Yeah, fuck. God, are we all gonna die? People are telling me that this is the new reality. You know, this living in quarantine, going to a store and only 10 of us can be in there, and wearing masks everywhere we go. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I am so happy I was fucking when I was fucking, right? I'm so happy I was young when I was young. It was nice back then. Yeah. I never got one sexually transmitted disease other than pregnancy. I learned that no meant yes. Huh? That was great. I had some really good sex off of that shit. Huh? And then some not so good, but you learn never to say no to the motherfucker again, right? Yeah. That Me Too movement. God. That really, I thought when Trump became president, I said, maybe someone will feel my pussy. I mean, I thought actually that would be, like okay behavior again, because they used to do it all the time when I was young. Yeah. They don't do that anymore, do they, huh? You got to ask permission? God, that's got to be rough on men. Huh? If a man had asked me permission to feel my pussy, I'd have told him, no, you motherfucker, right? But that's when I was 20. Now I'd say, yeah, feel the motherfucker, except for there's a piss pad in there. Oh, shit. Let me have a sip. Oh, or a gulp. Oh. Yeah. God, times have changed. So now virtual sex. Now I have virtual sex all the time. That's the vibrator, the rumble strips, right, Trina? I've been really worried though, because I'm getting old. I'm a 64-year-old woman with issues. I got boobs that sag. I got lips that flap and thwap and hang kind of loose and make noise when I walk. It really sucks. And my toenails. Fuck, they don't tell you this shit. I mean, I bet there are a bunch of young people watching, right? Is Cosmic Charlie's a young person's venue? Yeah, it's not an old person's venue, right? Yeah. Well, everybody? Well, they never told me when I was in my 20s, 30s, and 40s that when I was in my 60s, my fucking toenails would turn into horses' hooves. And that I wouldn't be able to reach the motherfuckers, and there wouldn't be a goddamn toenail clipper that would clip the son of a bitches. And that if you do get an ingrown when you're my age, it's like devastating. It's like a visit to the fucking doctor, right? Right? Now, I don't go to doctors. I just don't. I mean, if I can't call a blacksmith or a vet to fix what ails me, I just don't do it, right? It's like, hey, there are quacks out there. I've been to doctors before. They just bullshit. They keep running the bills up. A vet takes an x-ray, says it's broken, bitch, let's put you down. And I'm like, go. Hey? I've never had one broken bad enough. So I too like to mistress bait. When I remember, I do have memory issues. That's one of my issues. They don't tell you that either when you're younger, that you're going to fucking forget things. But you start forgetting things. And after menopause, it's like you don't even think about sex anymore. It's like your pussy dries up. All your urges dry up. And is that a light or a picture, Trina?
I'll take a picture.
Yes. Like, should I pose? Sorry, do I look good? Paparazzi. I know James is just chomping at the bit to get up here. Yeah, I know you are, James. I know it. But they don't tell you shit. What's this dude's name down here? You're Jake? Like Jake from State Farm? Yeah, but you're not wearing khakis, motherfucker. Huh? Yeah? Yeah? Do you talk dirty to the women when they call you? Do you really? I do a little of that shit. But my father always used to have a timer on the phone. When you're trying to do that sex talk back when I was younger, we didn't have cell phones. Can you imagine living without a cell phone, Jake? You can imagine that? Have you ever done that? Yeah? No, man. I mean, we had to landline. The only fucking phone was at home. Right? And your daddy would pick it up and listen. That's when my daddy found out I was doing drugs, listening on the other end. Right? And I'm like, no, Daddy, it's her. She's the one selling the drugs, not me. She's trying to sell them to me, not me. It wasn't me, Daddy. My mother accused me of fucking every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Hey? I told her I never fucked Harry. She didn't like that too much. She found the birth control pill in my purse. Thank God for Planned Parenthood. Huh? Big shout out. Yeah, thank God for Planned Parenthood. You know, they never provided me with one of my abortions. That's for the people out there in the world that say Planned Parenthood gives abortions. I just want to let them know. They gave me the birth control pill, diaphragms, jelly and all that other shit, but never an abortion. And Plan B didn't exist. Now, when I moved to Kentucky, I tried my own Plan B. I got pregnant. I got an abortion. Then I got pregnant again. Don't ask me why I got pregnant so much. I used to drink a lot of tequila. That's all I'm going to blame it on. Yeah. So there's this drug we give horses to make them cycle, come in heat, called Ludolase. I tried that. It didn't fucking work. Jesus. I tried some strange things. Never a coat hanger, though. Thank God. I went to an abortion clinic once in Brooklyn. I went with a friend, right? And they told me I had to wait a couple of hours because they had a backlog, I guess. So I went down the street to a bar. It was the luckiest day of my life. I got rip-roaring drunk with my friend and came back. Now, we were going into a basement of a house in Queens or Brooklyn. I can't remember what fucking part of New York it was. And when I got back, they said, "Oh, lady, we don't perform abortions on drunk women." And I'm like, I think it's my lucky day. So I found a real abortion clinic. One where they weren't backlogged and used coat hangers. Why are people against abortions? I haven't figured that one out. I just don't understand it. So I'm going to well, I don't want to really end on that note. That's like a fucking somber note, isn't it? Huh? I mean, so you can find me on Facebook at Cathy Come Die, right? I tried to get Cathy Comedy, but they didn't have it. So I got Cathy Come Die at Cathy's Comedy. And I thought it was rather appropriate because you know what an orgasm is called in French? Katie, do you know? No. Le petit mort, which is the little death. Yeah, and and I'm like, I never felt a little dead after an orgasm. I just want you to know, I always felt more alive than I felt before I had one. Right? I know I'm not supposed to touch my face, but my nose itches. So you can find me on Facebook at Cathy Come Die. You can also find me at Wacky Cathy Mackey. I write poetry. I love to write limericks. I write serious poems and dirty poems. Yeah. I'm trying to think of one of my dirty ones. I'm trying to think. Our 45th president sure is a chump. He said to the little girl, I just want to put it in your rump. I love to make girls squeal and make them feel real. And that's what's running our country, our 45th president. That's not very funny. I just made that one up. So vibrate, vibrate, vibrate. What a grand raid, a mistress beat. You need don't need a partner to come, especially now when it's the days of virtual sex. Can you imagine having a hologram of the sexiest fucking person you want to screw? Screwing you? Or sucking you? Can you imagine that? And they don't even fucking talk? They don't have bad breath? Shit. Can you imagine that, Jake? Sounds great. That's virtual sex. I've been waiting for it. Thank you. Enjoy your next... Trina, you want me to introduce James, or do you want to? You want to introduce him?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going to introduce the next comic. I know his significant other has been waiting on in some other virtual space somewhere out there, waiting for him to come up so she can watch him talk dirty to us, perform and shake his booty and so his name is James Colby, and he's coming up to the stage, but first he's going to help me down off the stage. Unless, Jake, you're going to help me. All right, James, you can come up. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Can you hear me okay? There's this mask muffling in my voice a little bit. Cathy, I know you know a little bit about muffling, right? Oh, you know, normally I actually perform with sunglasses, but I feel like I could take them off right now because it's kind of like Wilson from Home Improvement. Except my neighbor isn't some dude who rolled over on his friends over a felony cocaine trafficking charge and then rolled over on his friends to avoid getting extra time in prison, and then later went on to have a series of sitcoms where he espoused right-wing views and and claiming that it was some kind of liberal Hollywood conspiracy, not realizing that all us liberals are still gonna pay to see him be Buzz Lightyear. I'm talking about Tim Allen. It's Tim Allen. He rolled over on his friends to avoid a conviction. But, and you're probably thinking, oh, what did Tim Allen do to you? Well, I am part of that liberal Hollywood elite that seeks to take down his career from my soapbox doing stand-up on Facebook in Lexington, Kentucky, to a crowd of people I know. Oh, God. Yeah, because that's my future. It's real bright, guys. Sunglasses back. All right. You know what? This is very uncomfortable, and it's my microphone, so fuck it. Oh, called it Unabomber chic. Speaking of, Unabombers, mass shooters are the biggest pussies of true crime. They're like the one-hit wonders. How many times have you seen some little pop artist go on and thought, anybody could do that, this shit sucks? And that's mass shooters. Anybody can do it, and that shit sucks. Now in true crime, serial killers, those are the rock stars. Because what does it take to be a serial killer? It takes finesse. It takes a seedy backstory, origin. You know, they'll have multiple hits. And ultimately a gimmick, because, I mean, look at me. I'm clearly not above gimmicks. And so, like Gary, John Wayne Gacy had the clown gimmick, right? You know, Ramirez, he was into Satan and AC/DC. I'm no comment, but, on the latter. And Bundy, he was this white-collar lawyer with his own goddamn Batmobile in the form of a Volkswagen Beetle. That's for my true crime fans out there, because it's about to go into that a little bit. And like rock stars, serial killers kind of petered out toward the end of the 80s and the early 90s. I mean, in the 90s, you did have that one kind of dirty, hot, scruffy-looking loner, the introvert who went out in a blaze of glory in 1994. Am I talking about Kurt Cobain or Jeffrey Dahmer? I feel like Kurt Cobain killed less young men. But, and after that, we just had BTK and Jack White. Both were these drama queens that got big in the early 2000s, but they'd been around for a while, and it was only around 2004 that we really kind of got them. I read a lot of true crime, and a lot of people like to kind of keep that quiet. Because I get it, because I don't want my employer looking at my browser history and asking me, why are there so many tabs about Jeffrey Dahmer? Well, first of all, he preferred to go by Jeff. You'd know that if you dug deep enough into my search history. I'm using notes, sorry, because I know Trina and Cathy exhibited such extreme professionalism tonight. Which, Cathy, I love you, and your germophobia with your gloves and your suit, it's the first time you've ever made sense to me. So, I actually read Jeffrey Dahmer's dad's book. Lionel Dahmer, A Father's Story. It's a story, it's mostly like self-reflection and self-realization and trying to come to terms with what has to be an absolute nightmare for any parent to know that their child has committed such things. And in it, he writes that one of the most appalling aspects were the claims that Jeff's crimes were racially motivated, because most of his victims were young black men. And he says that that's horrible, it's unfounded. And I get that, Jeff just had a type. He worked in a chocolate factory, for God's sake. But to say that you're appalled by that is such a weird rationalization of what Jeff did. It's like, well, I'm sorry that my son cut off your boy's feet and used them to jerk off, and then kept his head in a bag in his refrigerator, and then cut off his flesh and ate it to achieve an erection, then literally turned him into shit. But I swear to God, he didn't do it out of hate. All right, I should probably talk about this quarantine shit, because I think we're neglecting the real victims here, and that's 30-somethings that are trying to have a relationship while still living with their parents. All right, I got to check my notes for more. But I feel like the quarantine, in the social distancing, it's really helped the Me Too movement, because when a man grabs a woman inappropriately, it's not just sexual assault, it's also social irresponsibility. Really, the whole thing's utilitarian. And those, what the hell does that fucking say? All right, for those of you at home, I know it's been hard. I've saved a lot of money not going to bars lately, which has been kind of surprising when you look at your bank account and think, wow, I have a problem. But so for those of you at home trying to emulate the experience, make yourself a nice, fancy, elaborate cocktail, overly elaborate, just to let you know how your bartender really feels. Make yourself a Singapore sling. See how much that fucks you up. Think about that next time you don't tip. I tried to, we walk around with the mask, and I tried to rob a liquor store this way, and they just thought I was a customer, which I am. But, I'm performing to basically just a crew, and WrestleMania is the same thing tonight, and that's how much I love this, is that I'm blowing off WrestleMania. I'm blowing off the chance to see a 50-year-old man, The Undertaker, struggle through one more match. In front of fucking nobody. Except a bunch of internet trolls that are gonna call me homophobic slurs later. They would never call The Undertaker that. That commands too much respect. But, I love these gloves, though, because they kind of do fart noises, and I'm 12. But I do have a smoker's cough. I've had it for like 10 years, and I hate when people think that my smoker's cough, it means that I'm sick with the current pandemic, and don't take my unhealthy life decisions to mean that I'm being unhealthy right now. But liquor stores are still open. They were deemed an essential business because you don't want a bunch of winos dead in the street like they already are, and that's kind of neat, and I should probably cut down on my own drinking. When you have a girlfriend that tells you your cum tastes like whiskey, but you've been drinking vodka all day, so you've just become your own little personal distillery. One day you're just an 18-year-old kid trying to get fucked up. Next thing you know, you're a stop on the Bourbon Trail. Hence, sunglasses, no flash photography. All right, since I'm gonna follow Trina and Cathy's lead here, and let's talk about sex, guys. Yeah, salt and pepper this shit. Flicking the beat. What are those things called on the side of the interstate? Rumble strips, Trina has her thing. Cathy apparently has adopted the thing. We all have our things, and you meet that special somebody that can really embrace that weird thing that you're into, because we all have it, and you find that somebody and you can admit to them that this is awesome and the sex is going amazing. And it's just like, I can't believe she's letting me do this. Why did she agree to this so quickly? And suddenly, those shit-stained donkey punches to the back of her head with her tied to the radiator, yanking on your cuckold ring with her toes while her kids watch, it's not special anymore. It's lost its magic. But you know, everyone's got their weird little thing, and I'm sorry, I'm walking around. I know you're taking some pictures to make me look credible right now. But everyone's got their little thing, you know? Like I had a girl tell me she wanted me to come on her feet. Wow, that's a surprisingly positive reaction. From the 6 people here, that's a surprisingly positive reaction. Damn, I found my niche. But she told me that. She said, I want you to come on my feet and then lick it off. And I said, babe, I am not touching your feet. That is gross. What did you call me, Cathy? Jesus. But you know, everyone's got their thing. Like, you know how we all have that friend who likes to watch their wife get nailed by another dude? And if you don't think you have that friend, trust me, you have that friend. Why do you think there's a lonely chair in the corner of every hotel room? Hubby's got to have a place to sit, and the Super 8 doesn't kink shame. But you know, I would love to be a fly on the wall in that scenario, just for when the husband argues that the other guy has to wear a condom. And just because he's insecure of having a mixed baby. I could hear the internet's butthole clench right there, but let's be honest, white guys are the only ones asking their wives to do this shit. And let's face it, every woman I've ever met either wants to know if it's true or knows if it's true. All right. What else we got? You know, but people have their things, you know. It's like I had a girl that was into dirty talk. You know, I like dirty talk, you know. All 6 of you like dirty talk? Yeah, there we go. Got a reaction. Maybe some thumbs up on a live stream here. And, you know, I like dirty talk, but I'm not very good at it. So in the heat of the moment, I said something to the effect once of, babe, you make my dick throw up. Which sounded more romantic in my head. And she said, what, I make your dick sick? I said, no, babe. My dick's bulimic. Binge, purge, binge, purge. Explains why it's so skinny. You know, that joke got me laid one night. Yeah, that's right, I've had sex. I was making out with this girl in my car because I can't stop living with my parents. And it was after a show, and she reaches down, starts moving her arm. She goes, it's not skinny. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she said, it's not skinny. And I looked down, and well, at least the gear shift was up to her standards there. Well, you know, like, sexual kinks, they're kind of weird, you know? Like, not that long ago, homosexuality was considered sexual deviance. Not even that long ago, by a lot of people. And then they legalized gay marriage. Everyone realized they have a gay friend, probably multiple gay friends, and then everyone's mostly cool with it, except for, like, evangelical preachers, you know, which is weird, like the really right-wing conservative Christians are so against homosexuality, or even trans people, which is where they've misdirected it now, misdirected their hatred, and they hate people getting surgeries and augmentations to be the person that they feel they really should be, but yet they're willing to throw money at Joel Osteen so that he can look like a damn Buffalo Bill lampshade stretched over a bottle of Crystal Skull vodka. That was kind of weird. Back to the true crime, right? But, you know, like, homosexuality is not even weird now, you know? Like, it never should have been, but you even got guys like Stone Cold, the roughneck wrestler Stone Cold. He even responded about this issue, and he said, you know, a lot of people have been writing into the Stone Cold podcast, and they said, Stone Cold, what's your thoughts on gay marriage? And you know what Stone Cold said? Stone Cold said, I don't give a damn what anybody does in the comfort of their own homes. You know, if two people love each other, it's great. And you know, you gotta be open-minded. You know, I let my wife stick a thumb up my ass one day. I didn't particularly care for it, but you know what? I'm willing to go out there and try new things, and that's the bottom line, because... Oh yeah, I don't have an audience. Which brings us to our advertisers, Adam and Eve, adamandeve.com. adamandeve.com got everything for every kind of kink you can imagine. And you know what? You can say what you want about me, but it ain't ever gonna stop me from whipping Vince McMahon's ass. AdamandEve.com, the perfect gifts for stomping mud holes in his or her mud hole. And that's the bottom line, because James Colby said so. Thanks. You want to do a Q&A, Trina? All right. Do we got to be 6 feet apart? All right. All right. Got it? I stand. Do what? I stand you. All right, but I can have a stool. That'll work. How we like it, Covidcast Internet. Oh, and I forgot to plug Venmo, right? Venmo and PayPal, Space Chucks. If you would like to donate to keep this fine establishment in business, that would be awesome, because a lot of places are hurting right now, and a lot of places can't do what we've always loved them for doing. So, and also, if give a bunch of like applause emojis for Cosmic Charlie's right now for hosting this. So.
Yeah, Cosmic Charlie. Thank you very much. Yeah. I got the most dented up mic I've ever seen. Looks like someone was beating their meat.
Well, I had James get mine. It's perfect.
That's sort of sweet. James, I heard you were buying microphones for everybody, and I had my own mic with my own cord.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good enough.
I mean, you should have cashed in when you could.
I'm glad the one mic I did buy for somebody was to someone that actually showed up. Some comics had extenuting circumstances.
Did you buy a mic for Mike Fields?
What
No, I didn't. I bought one for me and Trina because she asked.
But you didn't buy one for anybody else?
They didn't ask. I offered. They didn't ask.
Yeah, I saw you did offer. That was. I thought that was
you
so
know, I'm not
sweet.
one to say.
It's something I should already own anyway, you know. So I figured while I was there.
Yeah,
microphone. Yeah.
I'm taking this home. You know, I'm gonna make this part of my porn act too. I guess. Well, things are tough. Things have always been tough. So I don't know why I haven't went there.
What's that
already.
say about what you're capable of, Trina?
A lot.
Hey,
I don't want it on video because then they can trace me. They'll come down.
Just dry it out before you plug the skinny end into anything.
Oh no, I touched my face.
oh, don't touch your face. Did you touch anything else?
I can touch so I masturbate as much as I want. Just don't touch my face. Yeah.
So these questions were from actually Trivial Thursdays, WRFL. They've been asking everyone these 3 questions.
Yeah.
You know, whatever order you want. But question number 1 was, how much toilet paper do you currently have?
Currently, I just toilet papered my neighbor's house and the guy behind us. No. Just to be a dick. I've got a lot of it. No.
I feel like that's the most fundamental use of toilet paper.
You did
Right.
not toilet paper
Hey, I'm
your
new to the
neighbor's
neighborhood.
house.
It wasn't quilted, was it?
I'm from the country. This is what you do, right? I've got plenty. No.
I've stayed in my folks' camper a few
but
times in the past couple weeks.
We've got
and
like 8 rolls, I think. Last I checked.
That's all?
I mean, I got a few in my keister, but are you
You
gonna-
stuff
No.
rolls up your keister?
I mean, I used to stuff my bra, so what's no. No, I mean, this is hard times.
Nobody's
Kathy.
wearing a bra anymore.
If I'm putting Charmin up there if I have to.
In your ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what it comes to, I'm saying.
My husband
like I
has
said, I've been in
approximately.
survival mode for a while.
My husband has
I've
approximately
already got
24
some of
rolls
her.
stacked in his bathroom in a pyramid, and I have another 24 to 30 rolls in the hall closet. And I bought lots of wipes, and I told my daughter that if she shoves one wipe in the toilet, that she's going to have to pay rent. I said, I'm tired of this shit. I told you from the time you were born, you don't put Tampax in the toilet. And then you tell me you've been shoving Tampax down the fucking toilets?
This whole time.
I just went off on that bitch. I went off on that bitch. And I said, if you use a wipe, you do not put a wipe in the fucking toilet. You become a Mexican and put all your wipes in the goddamn trash.
What is that? That went in a weird direction.
What?
Oh, the Mexicans always put toilet paper in a trash can or on the floor by the toilet.
Why do you
Is
do
that on the
Is it-
census or something?
Yeah.
It's in every fucking barn you've been in.
Is that why they're trying to build a wall? I'm cool with that. I mean, no, not the wall. I'm cool with the
just
shitty
Keep the
shows-
Mexican tampons on
Like,
the other
yeah.
side.
It just
They
shows
just
that
didn't
they
have-
know.
Hey,
they
they-
know about indoor plumbing.
And they said
They do.
they've always had they didn't have a septic system, right? Is that what it is? When you
They
can't-
have
when you can't
sewers
flush?
in Mexico.
No, I'm
Some
talking
places,
no, I'm talking,
asshole, not
hey,
all
dude,
places.
Dude, I just moved from the country, and I didn't
even
have a
if you have
garbage disposal
sewer.
till I was 29. I thought
Were
that
you
was,
doing?
I
Were
thought
you
it was
doing like
monster
a
down
two-story
there.
outhouse
I
out there?
I fed it a whole sweet potato hole. Because I was
You
like,
can
check
put
this
anything
out.
you want in a fucking
This
outhouse.
is crazy.
You
I
can
could go
drop
back into true crime and talk about what's been found in outhouses before.
I mean,
feel
you can
like-
wipe your ass with catalogs and put them down the hole in the outhouse.
Well, that was before the glossy paper, you know.
He's really
Now you
into
try to
true
do it,
crime.
you're just spreading it.
Can somebody check on Paige and make sure she's his girlfriend? Everybody make sure she's okay. No, get it. Is she breathing? No.
She's a better person than I am. So.
No, I know. No. I'm just fucking around. No. Oh yeah, how much? You
I
got?
live with my parents, so as much toilet paper as they have, I guess.
You live with your parents?
Yeah.
No.
So do I, Kathy. You're outnumbered.
Did you miss that bit?
Say something?
My parents are fucking dead.
Well,
See, you
actually,
got
I've
me
been
there.
staying
You got
I've
me.
been staying in their RV a couple times, and I actually stole some plies to take into the house bathroom for like future use because
You shopped
when
at
you
your
buy
parents'.
in bulk, it's not the high quality shit.
Oh, and you go in your parents'
Right,
house
but
to shit because you don't
you
want to
shopped
shit in
at
the
your
RV.
parents'
I
house.
live in my parents' house.
Oh,
Sometimes
I thought you
I've
were
stayed
living
in the RV.
Yeah, you
I
don't
quit
shit in the
shopping there and I
RV though
just
because
moved
you don't
back
want to
in.
empty
No,
it.
I go back to the house to shit.
Because you don't want to empty
but
that RV.
Hey,
but
guys.
I stole some
Hey,
plies
guys.
of toilet paper.
Hey guys, what?
I can't hear both of you at the same time.
We can hear each other at the same time.
You booked two of the loudest, most obnoxious people on
Hey,
this show,
booked
and you
is a
and you're
loose
worried.
term.
And you're the third. Have you been whitening?
I couldn't bail because too many people are.
I know. I was like, if these two don't show up, I swear.
They had valid
And I was like,
reasons,
and
except for
James
Greg.
got-
Greg Cornett. No, fuck you right now.
He's
Greg, where are you?
Greg's
Greg,
having issues. You know.
Greg, I want
okay,
your
well.
chiseled face here right now.
Yeah, I've been
Chisel.
trying.
No, I mean, John.
Okay,
Boyd.
all right.
He's got a very sculpted nose. He has a very, very.
He does.
He doesn't he?
Man.
Yeah. He has a very classic profile.
Yeah.
If you have ever seen David,
I love
or
Greg
any
Alan
of the
Cornett. I hope,
statues,
I hope he's
Classic.
loving this right now. I hope he says something on there.
Does he have a classic profile in the sense of Albert Hitchcock? Just.
Oh, hey now. Hey now. Hey
his
now.
face is much
Sorry,
more.
Greg,
Hey,
I
now.
love you.
I used to be a
face
fat
is more
kid. You
classic
watch
than-
out.
I became a fat kid. So.
Hey man, I'm on my
I
way
am
back.
a fat kid.
Question number 2.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. She's like, yeah, this will take a while. We thought we were just gonna.
No, this is great. This is great. Don't be offended when I yell at you. Question number 2.
It's like having a girlfriend.
Another one from WRFL. What do you miss most from what I decided to call the before?
Okay.
What do you miss most from before coronavirus?
The before 4 times.
The before.
Before 4 times. Before 4 and 7 scores years ago. Before this
I miss the public drink.
public drink. I miss peeing in public and people actually caring. Everybody's just like, yeah, awesome. Me too, you know. Whip it out, girl. You know? Yeah. Like,
I miss
yeah.
cleaning my own toilet seats before I have to pee in a public bathroom.
Oh, you were already doing all this extra.
I went to the bath.
I was doing that before.
I know you were.
I really.
Do you know how many women piss
can't-
on the seats and leave it there?
Have you been to a men's
Kathy,
room?
You're not
Yes,
supposed to
I
tell
have,
people.
but I can always pull the seat down
That
in
is
the
a
men's
woman-
room. And
Why
the
are you
seat
going
is
into men's rooms?
Because sometimes they're cleaner and sometimes they're not.
I like to go in both, just to
I
keep
mean,
it.
Peeing's peeing.
Keep it
you know,
frisky.
like,
But
go,
most
go where
men
you gotta
pee.
go.
Most
I
men
like to
pee
go
with
in
the seat up,
the gender neutral
but-
bathrooms and then flush the urinal
but
when
then
I
they
leave.
piss on the floor.
Just to like, you know, it's
I
fun.
miss cleaning
Try
bathrooms.
it.
We
Now
could-
people are cleaning it.
We could solve the whole like.
I mean, no, I'm into it. I'm just saying.
if you just extended that little bowl on a urinal, fine, you
fine.
know, we could really solve a lot of issues. I feel like.
I think if
we don't get into
COVID
shape.
doesn't bring bidets to all toilets, I'm gonna be pissed.
I actually invented the
I mean, I think that's what we should
self-cleaning
learn from all of this is bidets for
that
all
Japanese?
toilets.
Huh?
And
Japanese?
also wear
There's
masks
a
because
bidet that washes and dries.
Yeah, no, I mean I like the
I
mask
developed the
thing. It's
toilet
kind of
that
cool.
just
It's like,
kinda
but I
hoovered
I
and
miss
cleaned it,
people.
Dried the floor.
Obviously, because I gotta hang out with me all the time.
Fucking-
Hey, y'all.
What up?
Time.
All right.
Is this the view?
I tried to put
Is
it
this
down
the
a little
view?
bit, and then I got insecure. And
Ask another question. Why is WRFL asking all these questions? Because they won't let us even cuss before midnight on their goddamn radio station. I can't even read a
Kathy,
half-ass
it's
dirty
before
poem.
midnight.
I can't even say vagina on WRFL
Uh-oh.
before midnight.
You better check their basements.
I did something bad on WRFL once.
What?
It was promoting a burlesque show that I was emceeing at the time, and our host was one of the other comics, and we're talking comedy and everything, and right as we're about to close, he goes, "Oh, do you like Neil Hamburger?" And I said, "Yo, yeah, my favorite Neil Hamburger joke is, what do a bag of Doritos and Madonna's husband Guy Ritchie have in common? They both come in plastic bags." I said that on the air at 12:30 in the afternoon.
But that's all right.
And I just got these looks, just like, really? Really?
All right.
I was like,
During lunch?
yeah, sorry. I should have said they arrived in plastic bags.
But you didn't say C-U-M. You said C-O-M-E.
Exactly.
see.
That's where I didn't violate FCC standards.
So you
Semantics.
didn't get bleeped?
Oh, well, maybe Guy Ritchie comes in a plastic. She orders them every. I don't.
know, but I'd like to see it. Whatever they do.
You look really pretty tonight, Trina.
I mean, these are tough times.
Trina look
If
pretty.
all you celebrities
Trina
could
looks
just
beautiful.
release all your porns, that'd be cool. I mean, come on.
We all got iPhones.
I mean, no, I'm saying like not the ones that you leak to us. Just I'm saying the real. Like you don't even have to wear makeup. Yeah, I know that y'all are into that right now.
Wearing makeup?
You're really being like I'm not wearing makeup, COVID. And I'm like, what, bitch? No, I mean like. Somebody just murder her. Give her COVID. No.
Question
no,
the
I mean,
third.
Like, if that's your if that's your
any more
concern.
questions for us,
Sorry.
Katie?
I didn't
When
get.
was the last time you washed your hands?
Well, that's
Fucking
how we
before
got
I
into this
came here.
mess.
Right before I went on stage, in fact.
You went into the
'Cause I
bathroom
peed.
here?
I washed my hands before. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
I
washed my
went-
hands when I went to pee.
I used the Cosmic Charlie's bathroom, and it's amazing how many RIP scratches there are in the wall.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how many dead punks are there?
Yeah. I'm not into astrology. I just take my advice from those bathrooms in there.
It's like
I
my-
read it. I'm like, yeah, girl. But the guys, I think, is different. Like, because the girls are more positive. It's like, hey, don't let this shit get you down.
And guys are just like, you're gonna die, fucker. Fuck
Right,
you.
yeah, it's like, here's this. Yeah,
You chose the wrong path.
Yeah,
Drink Jaeger.
call this guy for the worst time ever. I remember there's like this Mike guy that used to have his number all over. I mean, like all over Kentucky, Cincinnati. I saw it in Florida.
No.
And
Is it
no,
the
and
same Mike?
And I called it.
There's a lot of people
Do you know
named
what I'm talking
Mike.
about? This Mike number. It's a 22. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. You know.
Same phone
John
number?
knows what I'm talking about.
Same phone
and you call
number?
it, same number, and you call it, and I mean, and it's. Do you know it? Oh, okay. I was like, I've been trying to get in contact with him for a while. I mean, he leaves his number everywhere. He still can't get hold of him. Can't do it. I mean, no, but it's like a voicemail, But it was back when like voicemails, you'd listen to them. You wouldn't just be like
38
guy.
notifications of
I can't believe
voicemails.
you even try with this shit. Kathy, speaking of, your voicemail is way too long.
Which voicemail?
The one on your phone.
Perkins Mackey Stable?
Yes. It's like 6 minutes long.
It's not that long.
I was like, I was over there. I was like giving her
I'll
the light.
check
Oh,
it out.
6 minutes long, like
Yeah, like,
your
I'll
set.
check it out.
Yeah. 6 minutes. Come on.
Like the average size penis?
6 minutes? 2, maybe. No. I don't know.
I'll rock a good 3.
I don't judge him in minutes.
I haven't listened to it for a while, so thank you very much, Trina.
I'm really a down to girth girl, so.
You like girth?
I mean, you know where I'm at. Yeah. I'm into the girth. I plant
All right.
trees.
It's not about how long the journey is. It's about how wide your horizons are. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
It's like the wisest thing I've ever said, I think.
Oh my gosh. Right here.
God, and I
Right now.
I liked long journeys.
Well, I know. I've rode with you on some
I like
long
tight journeys myself, but,
Man, I love going to Cincinnati. That's what I miss, is going to Cincinnati with this bitch. No. I only say bitch in.
It's
you
all
know,
right.
It's a
term of endearment.
Exactly.
Jinx.
Jinx.
Yeah.
You owe me. Hey, everybody says that I'm Cathy in 20 years, and I'm like, I would be so lucky. People try to say it like it's a fuck you. I would be so lucky. No, I mean to be even and also be alive. No, I mean like because like she got into horses. I got into the horses drugs.
Hey, I did drugs too. When I was your,
saying,
you're 30, you're 32.
I was like, listen, Mr. Ed, go to
When
sleep.
I was your
Give me that
age, I
ketamine.
was doing drugs. When I was your age, I was snorting so much cocaine off of men's penises, it was unreal.
Well, let's do it now.
Did you
I mean,
prefer
come on,
width?
it's the end of
Did
the
you prefer
world.
length or girth
I'm
on those
playing
penises?
Freebird.
I didn't give a rat's ass as long as there was cocaine on.
We're
the
getting
fucking
Cathy
penis.
laid tonight, guys. Space Chucks, donate. We're getting a
Donate.
prostitute tonight. Boom. This
Donate.
girl is about to become non-asexual again.
Who, me?
Yeah. We're getting your.
No.
You're not. You're not reborn again if we do this. or whatever. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not reborn
Donate to
again.
Space Chucks at Venmo and PayPal if you want Cathy to get a dick in her tonight.
Oh, no, not
No,
tonight.
no. Sorry,
There are
sorry.
some working boys still right
Hey,
now.
It's
and
COVID.
sex
I can't
sells.
take someone else's
just make them
dick.
wrap it up and don't kiss. That's usually a rule
No,
anyway.
I'm married.
Oh man. Not with male
I
prostitutes.
can't touch
They're-
anybody
they're
else's
different.
penis. Jesus, that would be like taking home the COVID. My husband would get all upset.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
disrespect you.
Don't.
My husband.
Disrespect your
No
husband.
respect.
You know, with lewd material and jokes. I wouldn't want to disrespect.
Don't disrespect.
Jesus, you guys.
Love you, Kathy.
It's all right.
Hey, when people say that, you know what
yeah.
they mean?
I kind of like you, James. I don't know you real well,
She
but
said,
I
"I'm
don't
not gonna
fucking
love-"
love you.
I kind of like
Right,
you.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what my mom says.
Like,
She's watching. Hi, Mom.
me and Kathy got into it.
I can't. Katie's mom.
We got into a big fight one time.
Does she have any questions for us?
and now, that's when I loved her.
All right,
Or, you
question.
know,
What are we
when
on?
We got in an
4?
argument, and I was like mad about it, and I gave a fuck, and I also did not run from confrontation, which I usually do. I was like, gosh, I love Cathy. No, I mean, she got me. Fuck. No, but you know, I did. Seriously, stay 6 feet away. But
All right.
what
Who
is?
is your greatest influence in your art form and why?
Speak in the microphone.
Who's heading this one? Me or
Yeah.
Trina?
What,
You said, "Oh
influence?
God."
No,
I figured,
it's just-
I
that's-
figured you were starting
Influence.
since you were talking to
Well.
your.
No, that's just a loaded question.
I mean, what influence? Like, well, I mean, I guess maybe you know when Chris Farley died, I wore all black to school, and everybody was like, "Who's Chris Farley? We're not allowed to stay up that late." And I was like, and I was over there like, exactly, fuck off. I'm not. And I wore those clothes for 2 weeks, all black. You see me, I like color. I mean, I always have. So I was just sad about it. Man, I wish I would have been the prostitute that, you know, was in that room with him that night. Now, I would have saved him, is what I'm saying. We would have had at least a couple more weeks of partying. Now, I'm just saying I know how to give the palpations. What is it? Staying alive? Staying alive? I don't know how that got there, but...
That was Run DMC, right?
No. No. That's it's Nickelback.
Oh,
Man, I had a pickleback, a drink the other day, and I was like,
delicious.
it is delicious, but I said, y'all need to change the name. Because I don't like the band.
At the
Or, you know, like, I was like, you're giving Pickleback a bad name. They're like, you just heard of Pickleback. I said, I know.
at the old Southgate house, they used to
Change-
call it a Tommy gun. Is it still a Tommy gun at
Uh-oh.
at the current Southgate house? I've not actually been there myself, so.
Hey, you know, there's a ventriloquism museum here in Kentucky, in northern Kentucky.
What?
It's the only one in the United States, and we should go there. It's right outside of Cincinnati, and it's by appointment only, and appointment only on Tuesday between like 2 and 3 p.m. But I want to go there. I think it's going to be
Yes.
really hard to get in,
Yes.
based
Yes.
on just the steps that were on the website. But man, I want to go there
Right.
because like if this COVID thing keeps going, I'm gonna have to get like a puppet to keep me company.
So
God
you
damn.
can, so
I
you
miss
can actually be
people,
the one
guys.
sticking your hand up an ass for once.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm sick of. Man, I am fisting all the. No.
Kathy,
Hey, with a glove on, of course.
Kathy, your greatest influence artistically.
The Ghost in My Brain's author, Clark Elliott.
All right.
Yes, without him, I would never have even attempted to do stand-up comedy. He wrote a book about his concussion, and I had suffered one probably 10 years prior to reading that book. And that's when I learned the difference between blowing and sucking. And I'll explain that to you another time. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll explain it to you now. But
We got imagination.
he wrote about how he had a minor concussion and how it fucked him up for like 20 years. And I'd already been fucked up for about 15 years from my concussion. And so I decided to, because I couldn't read for a long time after my concussion because I couldn't see.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not very well. Not that I could ever see really well, but I couldn't
Right.
see any. So that's when I decided to come out of my basement because
Yeah.
I'd been there for quite a few years.
Woo!
Because
Glad
I
you
had
came
a
out.
basement.
Yeah.
I was lucky.
Yeah.
You're not just a basement worm like me.
Yeah. But
colder
so
down there.
I took
I
a
like it.
comedy class at the Carnegie Center from a guy named Josh Filipowski.
Yeah.
And
Love
he
that guy.
Yeah, and he pushed me
Shout
to go on stage. The first time I went on, performed in front of people ever was at a hellhole called Patch and Pub. And I don't
Shout out to Pat Jim.
I had to bring the mic up just to laugh.
Hey, man. I mean,
Chuckle, not laugh.
I mean, I was 60.
takes all
I was
kinds.
like 60 years old. I didn't hang out in bars anymore. I mean, I've been married. I have my own business. And I had a fucked up head. I couldn't see from here to Trina.
Yeah.
I couldn't even walk from here to Trina, much less see that far. So I have to thank Josh Filipowski and Clark Elliott
yeah.
Hell
for
yeah.
being
Yeah.
my inspiration to do comedy.
Yeah. Well, I
Give
wanna
a-
thank
Now,
Kath-
I just
I'll
want to
thank
be like
Cathy,
Trina
too.
Bean.
Give
I
a
just wanna-
round of emoji claps for Cathy because that's a way better story than.
Yeah.
Well, I really now I long to be like Trina Bean and just be able to get my rocks off on the Rumble strip.
Okay. I was like, what?
God, life would be so
That's-
good.
That's attainable.
If all,
You just gotta have bad tires on your car.
I almost hit a car tonight that only had 3 tires on it.
Because like when I would tell that joke at laughing school, Goo was like, "She's got bad tires." I was like, "I do need new tires." I was like, "He called it."
Which, by the way, donate to Venmo.
No, I mean
Spaced
I'd like for them to.
Trina needs new tires.
I need new tires, and I
Yeah.
drive around a
I
lot.
need a new
as I
vibrator. My vibrator's 25 years old.
I
Yeah.
need self-validation.
Well, yeah.
What do you need?
I mean,
Self-validate. No.
I've been trying to self-validate.
Flip me off.
I can't even I won't even self-validate my own parking. You know.
Jesus,
can't.
grow up, people. Grow up. You
I
don't
will
need
never.
validation.
I don't
got
pay
Peter
for
Pan
parking.
You're
syndrome
here.
mixed with Tinkerbell.
I don't pay for parking either.
I'm
pretty cool.
like Monopoly about
guys.
paying for parking.
Calm down. Yeah.
Sorry.
Are
You
we
all
still
know where to
even
park
on?
for free in
We
Lexington?
could do this all night. We haven't seen people for a while. No, I mean, because the first time I saw Cathy, I was like, "Cathy, let's talk." Oh shit! I mean, we were talking over each other, and I didn't even care. I heard every word. I was just so happy to see her. And I was like, "Oh, you live in the country?" No, because I'd walk at her house. It reminds me of my house out in the country when I lived out there. And I didn't have to deal with you fuckers. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just saying I would have not known for about 2 weeks about this COVID thing. I would have, I would have went into town to Save-A-Lot and been like, "What?" Say, huh?
Is that vodka?
I'm 6 feet back. But yeah, I used to have agoraphobia too, and I caught it from a guy.
I never had
I
agoraphobia.
caught it from
I didn't have agoraphobia until
I-
I caught it from a guy too.
I caught it from a guy, and
Fucking
agoraphobia
I caught
is
claustrophobia
it's
from a
one of the
girl.
most contagious diseases, but it's really hard to pass to people. But right now, during COVID season,
They only fuck wide pussies.
be on the alert for agoraphobia. I mean, it's spreading like wildfire. You should see the numbers on it. It's way over COVID. Way over. I mean, DoorDash has been happening for a while. I mean, I know a guy who hasn't left his bedroom to pee for a while.
So he pees in his bedroom?
And that is who I
He's
want to
got
marry.
Folgers cans.
Talking about claustrophobic.
It's good enough for Donnie. It's good
No,
enough
I'm
for...
kidding. We broke up. I just
What happened
walked
to
out of the
Katie?
house. Easiest breakup I ever had.
Did you have to kind of like sidestep the cans and jars of...
Hey, Jake from State
Yeah,
Farm.
he said, you know, I got a fear of
You got
pants.
any questions,
I'm not
Jake
coming.
from State Farm?
What's the worst case of stage fright you guys have ever had?
Fright or
You want me to tell you?
meltdown?
You want me to tell you this one? When we went to Cincinnati one time. Oh, fuck! We go there. It's the middle of July. And we got an open mic. All the guys that get up before her take their shirts.
Anarchy!
They have their shirts on.
Anarchy!
Hey, somebody cut her mic. No, but.
I wasn't there, but I've heard the
Oh man, it's a great story. Y'all should tune in. And also donate to Space Chucks if you want to hear the rest of it. Anyways, we're at an open mic. These dudes, like 6 comics, went up before. They all had their shirts off. They're like, it's hot as fuck out here, July, Christmas, and whatever, you know. And she was like, I don't want to see that shit. Tell him put the, you know.
Bert Kreischer wannabes.
And then,
all of a sudden,
all of a sudden they called Cathy up, and she was like, "Here, will you get me a video?" Which is a normal thing that we do, like try to get a video for you to send off to a comedy festival that may probably deny you, but you know, no, I mean not her, just all of us. You know, it's anyways. But one day they will take this video. I hope that she has still. Anyways, she gave me her phone and was like, "Here, video this." And then she pulls her beautiful rack out. All those guys who had just had their shirts off they're like, oh, I mean, I've never seen these. I mean, I was like, what the fuck? And like, as soon as she pulled her tits out, I was like, Cathy, you should. I went straight to the front row with the camera because I was like, because I was in the back. You know, I was like, she didn't tell me.
Don't tempt me, Cathy.
She's got a nice rack.
You're a married
again,
woman.
when somebody's like, that's you in 20 years, I was like, so I'm going to have a better rack? Awesome.
That's not stage fright, though.
No, I'm telling, after I had to follow that.
Yeah.
I had to follow that. She was like, they were like, quick, Trina, drop the camera. It's your turn. You got 5 minutes. And I went up there. I was like, I mean, like, I didn't say anything for a minute. And then I told this story about how in chorus, I learned if I locked my knees, I'd pass out. And then that little tidbit of information came in super handy in 11th grade when we were doing a group project. And none of these fuckers were even trying to answer the questions. So I'm over there, like, trying to bullshit her because I am who I am still. But I was trying to, you know, and then all of a sudden I was like, fucking, my knees locked up. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I passed out. And I came to, and in the nurse's office, and I was like, what grade do we get? They were like, you got a C- or something? And I was like, all right, cool. No, but, you know, so, yeah. That's the story I told. Because I was like, that's about me freezing up, and that's what I thought of. But... her tits, man. I'm telling you. Space Chucks, Venmo, PayPal.
Venmo, send Cosmic Charlie's
Cathy's
money.
titties. Cathy's
You want to see my
titties.com.
rag? Send Cosmic Charlie money.
We almost saw it tonight.
Cathy
I'll show you.
Perkins, perky titties.
Yeah.
Come on.
You
I
send them enough money to keep this building open and pay their rent and all their salaries for the next month, and I'll come back on and perform with my titties out the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey, I'll make you some those little pasties too.
Oh yeah,
And then
I
you
just
take
bought.
'em out.
I bought some things that would hold them up. Yeah, like
man,
tape.
I love Cosmic Charlie's.
They look
This
like
has
duck
been- this has
feet
been
or
really
something.
great.
They look like duck feet that hold your titties up. I bought some of them. I haven't tried them yet.
But this
I tried duct tape and that didn't fucking work.
Seriously though, I'm grateful for
This has
Cosmic.
been a lot of fun.
No, and they've moved
I don't
a
know.
few times.
It's getting
I
late.
love. I mean, I have been
big
coming
time.
here since probably before I
60-some
was
years old.
legal to.
We-
you know, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I had a fake ID. I slipped in through the back door. I slipped in through the
James
back door.
Colby, have
You know, I got the 4-finger discount. Jerry said I could.
Have you ever had?
No, but anyways, I love
stage
this
fright?
place.
Stage fright.
Have you ever had stage fright, James Colby?
Performing in an audience of. Well, I'm actually kind of glad I can't see past the lights tonight,
Right,
so
yeah.
I don't know if it totally counts.
It's packed out there. Sold out.
Stage fright, starting out, it's intimidating, especially. I don't want to name any names, but when certain people are watching you at certain places, you get kind of intimidated by.
Talent scouts.
Yeah, I've
Jerry
had
Maguire.
talent scouts.
Jerry
Trina.
You've had talent scouts? You've had talent
It's either
scouts? God.
show me the money.
No, all I get is emails from MTV about twice a year saying we still have openings for this reality show because
Real
I tried
World?
out for the Real World once in 2012
Oh man.
and thought
I
that
wanna see that
a
video.
handlebar mustache would be my damn catapult to fame. It wasn't. Weird. And
got cut
stage
the first
fright,
episode.
nothing other than like getting psyched out, like someone tells you something real shitty beforehand, just like,
Oh, yeah.
like you should lose the sunglasses, like,
Oh, I did.
All
that.
right, I'll try
Are
that.
you talking to
And
me?
then-
You're talking to me. I told him to do that.
no, well,
Okay.
fuck you. No,
Okay. I pulled you aside though. I was like, I just don't trust
someone-
it. Are you a cop? Tell me you're not a cop. Like,
I've had meltdowns on stage. And I don't know that I want that going on public record, some of the shit I said to this guy. Yeah, that was bad. I basically got pissed at this guy. So we went on, it was at Al's Bar,
Yeah.
and we went on before a band. It was an open mic before a band, which is comedy suicide. And they didn't have a PA set up for the comics, so like not even 2 rows could even hear us.
Right, yeah.
So this guy kept yelling, "You suck, you suck." And then I just lost my shit and started yelling, "You know what, shithead? Why don't you go walk out that door and get raped, you fucking asshole?"
Oh yeah.
And that was not a good thing to say.
Yeah.
And I doubled down. It was a guy, so it's okay.
He did get raped, actually. He told me, James Colby, this is your life. No, he's coming out right now.
Hey, I'm a survivor. No,
he does.
it was one of those dumb things I said when I was young, and it was like thinking I was being edgy and retaliative, and then it was just shitty, and it didn't really win an argument. So it was just reactionary lewdness,
I used to
rather
try
than having substance.
Yeah, I was like, if I'm not gonna be funny, I'll turn you off. Like if they didn't like it, like I was at
Yeah.
Twisted Cork telling abortion jokes. I didn't understand, in my audience. So then I would just dig in deeper, and be like, if you don't like those abortion jokes, you're sure not gonna like me. You don't even know how many I've had. I don't. Just like, and they're like, boo. I mean, booing me off. But the owners love me, but they're like, no, I don't think she really has had that many. I was like, you don't know me. But also, Twisted Cork, abortion, they're against abortions. Twisted Cork. It says like the original abortion. I'm just saying, no. Right? I
that's
just
a
thought of
damn
that
good
just
joke.
now.
Huh?
But I was like,
That sounds like the one I almost got and didn't. Thank God.
Whoa, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That you didn't get that twist.
Yeah. I didn't get the
You didn't
Twisted
get-
Cork. Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So-
Jesus.
But I mean, I love the Twisted Cork. But I had to learn how, what jokes to tell. I'd be like, my last name's Bean, and they call my baptism a bean dip. and it's funny, and people love it, but I hate that joke. You know. And I also have COVID. No, I'm kidding. I've been smoking also like James for a long time. So don't worry. I'm coughing because I'm getting off and no.
So do we have any questions that won't cause me to self-incriminate for shitty things I
Are
say?
you a cop? Just one more time.
Am I a cop?
Take your license off.
Are we almost done?
I don't care if
Kathy
you
has
are.
a bedtime.
It's cool. I'm cool. I'm good.
That's time. All right.
It's time.
All right.
All
Cosmic
right.
Charlies,
Cosmic.
you've been great.
Did we get cut
Thank
off?
you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have to be. I get it.
Important is if we take those technical skills and use them to express our own personal vision, to express what's in our hearts, to express how we relate to the world around us, to help other people to see the world with different eyes. I encourage you to take chances. Be passionate, create what you care about passionately. I mean, you really have to love what you do. And make what's true of you. Thank you. Thank you.